Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Ocean of Medical Literature. In this video, we are dealing with the heart blood supply. Okay, we already dealt with external, internal features of the heart. Now in this video, we are dealing with the supply of the heart. Okay, so basically in that point, there are the sub 4 headings. Okay, first is arterial supply, then second venous drainage, fourth one nerve supply, and last one that is the lymphatic drainage. Okay, we are dealing one by one. Okay, so first point that is the arterial supply. Okay, so arterial supply means oxygenated blood. Okay, heart itself required oxygenated blood. To require that blood, there is a arterial blood which is supplied by two coronary artery. Okay, coronary artery, it is arising from ascending aorta. Okay, ascending aorta. Okay, from ascending aorta there is a aortic sinus. From aortic sinus there is a two coronary arteries arising. Okay, which is supplied to the oxygenated blood to the heart. Okay, each coronary artery is known as right coronary artery and left coronary artery. First, we are dealing with the right coronary artery. Okay, so what are the features of the right coronary artery? First, we just overview of each coronary artery. Okay, so coronary artery is arising from ascending aorta from aortic sinus. Okay, the diameter of the artery is 1.5 to 5.2 mm. Okay, what are the diameter? There is a 1.5 mm to 5.2 mm. Okay, this is the diameter of artery. Okay, so it is heart is supplied by two coronary artery. Okay, so it is a feature of coronary artery. One more point, the right coronary artery is smaller than left coronary artery. Okay, in the examination, every time it is asked in MCQs which coronary artery is larger or which coronary artery is smaller. So student, the right coronary artery is smaller than left coronary artery. Okay, this is a 1 point. Okay, then diameter it will ask 1.5 to 5.2 mm. Okay, so these are the points and features of the coronary artery. Okay, so what is the coronary artery? Coronary artery is arising from ascending aorta from aortic sinus. Okay, each artery means right coronary artery and left coronary artery diameter is 1.5 to 5.2 millimeter, and right coronary artery is smaller than left coronary artery. Okay, now we are see one by one each artery. Okay, okay student, so first artery, that is a right coronary artery. Okay, right, just think, right means it supply only right part of the heart. Okay, so that's what is known as the right coronary artery. Okay, so right coronary artery is arising from ascending aorta. Okay, this is the structure of the heart and this is the aorta. Okay, this part is the aorta. Okay, from aorta there is a arising of right coronary artery from aortic sinus. Okay, here is the aortic sinus. I already told you what is the sinus, aortic sinus. So okay, when two arteries are joining together and form some dilation at that point, this is known as aortic sinus. So in the aorta, here is also the aortic sinus. In that, there is a three flaps, anterior flaps and posterior. Okay, so one anterior and two posterior flaps are there. So right coronary artery is arising from ascending aorta. It's going upward now. That's what is called as ascending aorta. Okay, from ascending aorta, from aortic sinus. Okay, aortic sinus. In that also it is arising from anterior side. Okay, from anterior side the right coronary artery is arising. Okay, so that is about the right coronary artery. Okay, now right coronary artery is smaller than left coronary artery. Now we have see what is exactly from where it start and where it end. Means right coronary artery is arising from aorta, but it's how it's traveling and where it end and where it terminate. So we are just see student, right coronary artery is arising from ascending aorta means upward aorta is going upward, na, that's why it is called as the ascending aorta from aortic sinus from anterior part. Okay, so it is start from aortic sinus, anterior flap, and it's come on the surface of right atrium. Okay, this is right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle and left ventricle. So on the surface of right atrium, the right coronary arteries come and emerge. Emerge means it's like emerging on whole surface of the right atrium. Okay, here is some branches. Okay, it gives some branches, but first we are just see how it's travel. Okay, then it's come on the surface of right atrium and then going downward through atrioventricular groove. Okay, between upper atria and lower ventricle, this groove is known as atrioventricular groove. Through this groove, right coronary artery is going downward. Okay, bypassing atrioventricular groove. Okay, after coming on this surface right ventricle, it wind around the right ventricle. Wind means it's cover whole the network. It's cover the whole ventricle through the networks of arteries. Okay, that's why it is known as it winds around the right ventricle and going downward to reach the inferior border of the heart. Okay, after going downwards, it's reach and supply the inferior side of the heart. Okay, it is also known as the diaphragmatic surfaces. Okay, on the diaphragmatic surface, it's going posteriorly. Okay, this dotted line structure means it's going posteriorly. And how it's going posteriorly? Through atrioventricular groove. Sorry, through interventricular groove. Okay, between two ventricles there is groove. This groove is known as interventricular groove. Through this groove, the right coronary artery is going posteriorly, and after reaching posteriorly, it gives some branches posteriorly and anastomose with the circumflex branch of the left coronary artery. Okay, here is some termination part of the right coronary artery. On this surface, from left coronary artery posteriorly, there is a circumflex branch. I will teach you when I will explain you the branches of the coronary artery, right and left. That time I will explain you. And here is a circumflex branch are coming, and both arteries anastomose. Anastomose means join the both arteries. Okay, joining part. Okay, that is called as anastomosing of artery. So it's going posteriorly through interventricular groove, and from back posteriorly it's terminate or anastomose with the circumflex branch of the left coronary artery. Okay, so it starts from aorta and terminate at posteriorly. Okay, so this is about the course of the right coronary artery. Okay, but there is some branches of the right coronary artery. Okay, so I will explain you each and every branch of right coronary artery and how to keep remember each branch name. Okay, student, now we already done with the right coronary artery. Means it's how from where it start and where it's end. Okay, now we are see one by one each branch of the right coronary artery. Okay, but there is too many branches, and how to keep remember each branch by their name. So here is some mnemonic. Just write this word. I will explain you what alphabet stand for what name. Okay, through that name you will understand what is exactly the name for that artery. Okay, so first S stand for sun, Suraj. Okay, C stand for come, V stand for very, M stand for morning, P stand for people, A stand for R, ARE, and T stand for travel. Okay, means sun come very morning, people are traveling. Okay, so through this mnemonic you have to keep in your minds what is alphabet stand for which artery. Okay, first pay attention, student. This is the aorta. Okay, through aorta the right coronary artery is arising through aortic sinus. Okay, after arising it's going means it's emerge on the surface of the right atrium, emerging. Okay, then after emerging on the right atrium, it's give first branch that is called as right SA nodal artery. Okay, this one branch is called as SA nodal artery. Okay, why it is called as SA nodal artery? Because here is the presence of SA node. Okay, through SA node, S stands for SA nodal artery. Okay, so first branch of right coronary artery is known as SA nodal artery. Okay, then it's going downward through right side, but before going downwards, it gives second branch towards the left side. Okay, towards the left side, this branch is called as conus artery. C stands for conus artery, but it is known as right conus artery because it is a branch of right coronary artery. So it is a conus artery. Okay, this is the second branch of the right coronary artery. Then what I told you, right after emerging on the right atrium, the right coronary artery is going downward through atrioventricular groove. Okay, student, this is a groove at right atrium, right ventricle, and this groove is known as atrioventricular groove. Through this groove, right coronary artery is going downward, but on the right ventricle, it gives subventricular branch. I already told you it winds the right ventricle. Okay, right coronary arteries after going downward means coming on the surface of right ventricle, it gives ventricular branches. Okay, so V stand for ventricular branches. Okay, then it's given ventricular branches, and one more branch, fourth one branch is given here. It's known as marginal artery. Okay, this artery is known as marginal artery. Okay, marginal artery. Okay, on anterior surface. Okay, this highlighting portion is right marginal artery. Okay, then right coronary artery going posteriorly reach the inferior border of the heart, diaphragmatic surface of the heart, and going posteriorly. Okay, this dotted line structure means artery going posteriorly. Okay, after going posteriorly, okay, after going posteriorly, it gives another one branch here. Okay, this branch, okay, is known as AV node artery. Okay, here is a presence of AV node. Okay, so it gives one branch to the AV node. Okay, that's why it is called as AV nodal artery. Okay, but this continuous posteriorly artery, coronary artery, is traveling from ventricular groove between two ventricles. Okay, it's passing. So this artery is known as posterior interventricular artery. Why? Because it's between the two ventricles and it is posteriorly. That's why this artery is known as posterior interventricular artery. Okay, posteriorly. Okay, then it's going continuous posteriorly, but one more branch is given posteriorly, that is called as terminal branch. Okay, it is a terminal branch. Okay, so that is a posterior interventricular artery. Give one branch posterior, one branch which is continuous going posteriorly through interventricular groove, and this artery is known as terminal artery. Okay, then terminal artery here is anastomos with the circumflex branch of the left coronary artery. So that is about the branches of the coronary artery. Okay, pay attention. From aorta through aortic sinus, from anterior flap, right coronary artery is arising. It come on the surface of the right atrium and emerging on the right atrium, and it gives first branch to SA node, that is called as SA nodal artery. Okay, then it's going downward, but before going downward towards the left side, it gives second branch, that is a right conus artery. Okay, why it is called as the right conus artery? Because it is a branch of right coronary artery. Okay, then it's going continuous downward through arterioventricular groove and given one branch here, that is called as a marginal artery. Okay, student, marginal artery is also known as acute marginal artery. Okay, acute marginal artery. It is also the second name of the marginal artery or right marginal artery, because it is a branch of right coronary artery. Okay, then right coronary artery going posteriorly through interventricular groove, but it is posteriorly, that's why it is called as posterior interventricular artery. Okay, then after going posteriorly, it gives next branch to AV node, which is called as AV node branch. Okay, or AV node artery. Okay, then it's going continuous posteriorly and give last branch, that is a terminal artery. Okay, terminal means where the place of that particular thing is end. Okay, that is called as a terminal, means it's terminate. Okay, but terminates with an anastomos with the circumflex branch of the left coronary artery. So this is the arising portion and this is the terminating portion of the right coronary artery. So that is all about the right coronary artery. Okay, so student, S stand for SA nodal artery. Okay, C stand for conus artery, right conus artery, student. Okay, then V stand for ventricular artery or branches of the ventricular artery. M stand for marginal artery or acute marginal artery. Okay, then P stand for posterior interventricular artery. Okay, A stand for AV node branch, AV node branch or artery. T stand for terminal artery. Okay, so these 7 branches of the right coronary artery you have to keep in your mind as. Okay, sun comes very morning, people are traveling. Okay, so through S stand for AV nodal artery, C stand for conus artery, V stand for ventricular artery, M stand for marginal artery, P stand for posterior interventricular artery, A stand for AV nodal artery, and T stand for terminal artery. So that is about the right coronary artery. Okay, this is the right coronary artery. Okay, and then it's traveling and give many branches like SA nodal, conus, terminal branch, posterior interventricular, marginal, AV nodal. So these are the branches of the right coronary artery. Okay, so student, that is about the right coronary artery. I hope you understand this topic, right coronary artery. Then left coronary artery I will explain you in the next lecture. I hope you understand my lecture. So please like and subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe. Okay, subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram, the Ocean of Medical Literature. There you will get the detailed note of each and every lecture. Thank you.